Hello, I'm Kimilia and you're watching KiniNews. Kedah Menteri Besar Muhammad Sanusi Madnor has doubled down on his claims that Penang belongs to Kedah. Now he is calling for the constitution to be amended to back his claim. Kedah Menteri Besar Muhammad Sanusi Madnor wants the federal constitution to be amended to back his claim that Penang belongs to Kedah. He told news portal FMT that historical and academic studies supported his claim that Kedah owned Penang. With this, he called for the current generation to rectify the distortion of history and amend the federal constitution accordingly. He reportedly said that given that the federal constitution can be amended in parliament to accommodate present needs, why should the discovery of strong evidence be disregarded simply because of what is written in the constitution? He added that the only things in this world that cannot be amended are the Quran and Hadith. He said Ram Kirpal Singh or anyone else can say anything they like, and he was free to comment as well so long as what he said is not illegal. Sanusi added that he did not appreciate baseless claims, questioning his understanding of the federal constitution or that he had undermined the supreme law of the land. He said he would accept a court decision as the final solution, but refused to be silenced or have his views suppressed. Yesterday, Ram Kirpal, who is a deputy minister in the Prime Minister's Department for Law and Institutional Reform, said Penang is a sovereign state in Malaysia and its legal position cannot be disputed. He said since British rule, Penang has been acknowledged as a Straits state under the grouping known as the Straits Settlements. Subsequently, he said several agreements, including the Federation of Malaya Agreement, were signed with Kedah, and the British also clearly acknowledged Penang as a sovereign state. He said this in response to Sanusi's claim on Monday that Kedah and Penang had no borders, as Penang belonged to Kedah. Meanwhile, a DAP MP has lodged a police report over Sanusi's claim. In his report, RSN Rayer claimed that Sanusi's remark was irresponsible and extreme. Jelutong MP RSN Rayer has lodged a police report against Kedah Menteri Besar Muhammad Sanusi Madnor. This is over Sanusi's claim that Penang belongs to Kedah. In the report, Rayer said it was extreme of Sanusi to question the sovereignty of Penang, which was established and recognized as a sovereign state under the federal constitution. He said he made the report to not only defend the rights and interests of the people of Penang, but also to uphold the validity of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong and the federal constitution. He added that as a Menteri Besar, Sanusi should be more responsible and get feedback and advice from legal experts instead of blindly making claims that can cause anxiety and anger to the people of Penang and disrupt public order. Meanwhile, Bagan MP Lim Kuan Eng, who accompanied Rayer to lodge the report, said Sanusi's remark is a very dangerous incitement, which is also unconstitutional. He also accused Sanusi of reiterating his claim on Penang to gain political mileage ahead of the polls and called for stern action to be taken against him.
Saya harap satu tindakan tegas boleh diambil. Kerana selagi perkara ini dibawa-bawa, tentu ada penyokong dia. Ini akan menimbulkan perpecahan negara dan perpecahan nasional.
Deputy Prime Minister Ahmad Zahid has also commented on the issue. Zahid slammed Sanusi's remarks and said that it was an act of incitement. He said Sanusi's statement also showed that the Menteri Besar has poor knowledge and understanding of history and the constitution. According to Zahid, this is as those who understand history will not bring the matter up. He added that as a state leader, Sanusi should understand the constitution and legislation behind the agreement between the two states, adding some agreements had been signed between the states during the colonialism era. Abdul Hadi Awang has addressed denials from the government regarding an offer for PAS to join the government. He explained today that the invitation was made immediately after GE15. PAS President Abdul Hadi Awang has explained that the offer for PAS to join the unity government was not made recently. This comes after many denials from the government regarding an offer to PAS to work with it. In a press conference today, Hadi explained that the offer he received to join the government was made immediately after the 15 general election. He added that there was no new offer after that. Hadi added that PAS will not accept the offer at all and will remain loyal to Perikatan Nasional.
Kita terus nak Perikatan Nasional dan kita mengajak pihak yang lain bersama kita. Kerana kita mendominasi rakyat. Kekuatan daripada kita.
Maksudnya sekarang ni memang Nasri menolaklah tawaran untuk duduk bersama dengan kerajaan
Ya, kita menolak.
Hadi previously claimed that he was contacted several times by certain people who offered PAS a place in the unity government. The PAS Supremo said he had questioned the offer, saying it should give an advantage to PAS because the party has more parliamentary seats than any other party. Several UMNO leaders have spoken out against Khairi Jamaluddin over his prediction that the party will lose their Malay voter base in the upcoming polls. This includes Puat Zarkashi, who said that it was just an assumption. UMNO Supreme Council member Muhammad Puat Zarkashi has rebutted Khairi Jamaluddin over his prediction that the party will lose more than 50% of its Malay voter base in the upcoming state elections. Speaking to Malaysia Kini, Puat said it is baseless for Khairi to assume that UMNO will lose those votes just because their members have been indoctrinated to be anti-DAP. He said it was just an assumption from Khairi, which was not strong. Puat pointed out that PAS used to be friendly with DAP, but half of PAS voters didn't leave the party. He added that UMNO members have become accustomed to the changing political approaches. According to Puat, UMNO does not practice narrow politics, and this is why there were no large-scale protests when the Supreme Council decided to join the unity government. Puat said UMNO's inclusion in the federal government also means that UMNO members have accepted DAP as their fellow ruling party, which will naturally include voting for the latter in the state polls. Khairi had previously claimed that UMNO's Secretary-General Ahmad Maslan's call for UMNO members to vote for DAP is so sensitive that it has incited anger and rejection among the Malay party members. He had predicted that UMNO would lose half of its Malay voter base in the upcoming state election if it does not get rid of its members' bad perception of DAP. Police have found no criminal elements in the death of Ki Kok Tiam, a 1MDB suspect and an alleged associate of Joe Low. Selangor Police Chief Hussein Omar Khan confirmed that Ki had died of high blood pressure at Sungai Buloh Hospital on May 29th. High blood pressure is a major risk factor for stroke. Hussein said police classified the case as an ordinary death, where preliminary investigations showed no criminal elements were involved in the death. Ki was reportedly deported from Macau on May 3rd for overstaying his visa and was ordered to present himself to the MACC's headquarters on the same day. He was then arrested and his house was searched, but was released with no charges against him at this time. A PAS MP has called for Anwar to appoint a full-time finance minister who can focus on addressing the financial problems faced by the country. A PAS MP has highlighted the need for a full-time finance minister to address the ringgit's depreciating value and other financial woes faced by the country. Bachok MP Muhammad Shahir Cik Sulaiman said that while Bank Negara Malaysia has taken the necessary measures such as raising the overnight policy rates earlier this month, Malaysians are still left waiting for a strategy from the Prime Minister, Finance Minister or the Economy Minister Rafizi Ramli to address the issue. In a statement last night, he said more efforts should be put to explain to the people the challenges that Malaysia faces as the costs of goods and raw materials rise due to the increased costs of importing them. Instead, he said the Prime Minister, who is also the Finance Minister, appears to be having difficulties paying attention to the Finance Ministry given the heavy workload of being the Prime Minister. Shahir added that the role and attention of a finance minister are very important during this critical period, especially to complement measures taken by BNM that control monetary policy. He said this was part of their concern ever since the cabinet was formed, and the Prime Minister also held the finance ministry portfolio. He also pointed out that the ringgit's value is depreciating not just against the US dollar, but also currencies like the Singapore dollar, Thai baht, and Indonesian rupiah. He questioned if perhaps there are internal factors causing the ringgit to become weaker compared to currencies of neighboring countries. Previously, BNM attributed the cause of the ringgit's depreciation against the US dollar to global economic uncertainties, such as the debt ceiling issue in the US and stress on both the US and European banking sectors. It added that the ringgit's performance against the US dollar or any currency is not indicative of Malaysia's economic performance, which is expected to continue expanding by 4 to 5% this year. Next, we have a branded capsule brought to you by Life Malaysia.
10 years brighter, alangkah diucapkan kepada Life Malaysia!
Centered on the theme 10 years brighter, Life Malaysia celebrates their significant milestone of achieving triple market share and serving more than 1.2 million clients. Speaking to the media at the launch of 10-year anniversary celebration, Life's President and Chief Executive Officer Kevin Strain is optimistic with the growth opportunities in the local market by riding on its robust bancassurance and Takaful distributing capabilities.
But the opportunity here is great because of our partnerships, because of our people, because of our strategy, and because of the strong client need and the growing economy here. So much opportunity in Malaysia that it really makes us excited.
Sun Life Asia President Ingrid Johnson highlighted that the comprehensive Takaful solution offered by Sun Life Malaysia has served as an example and benchmark for other regions.
And we contribute from Sun Life Malaysia 1.2 million. So that is a very important contribution, particularly when you think we're serving nations like India and China. So 1.2 million is very sizable. Malaysia continues to be very, very important and is actually the leader in our Takaful offering. We are the first in Malaysia and the leader in Takaful for bank assurance. We're the leader in our products. We continue to get awarded, and we're actually using the ideas in Malaysia to export to the rest of the region.
As a leading life insurance and family Takaful provider, Sun Life Malaysia will continue its mission to empower Malaysians in achieving their wealth and health goals.
Provide access to our clients, that we make it convenient for them and make it easy for them to get protection. So that's why we partner with CIMB, nationwide network, one of the largest banks in Malaysia. And we also have our own advisors covering the whole countries. So hopefully by doing that, we are able to serve the 30 over million Malaysian across the country.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Kimilia. Thanks for watching.